Hello to anyone who watches this. And for the sake of this video, I'm going to ask you to stay curious and be open to this exploration we're going to now look at. And I'm going to keep it simple. I won't go into dense terminology or heavy conceptual understanding, but rather keeping it practical so that hopefully you get to recognize the truth of what you are. So I'm going to ask you now to go back in your life and imagine having just been born. Let's say those first 5 minutes when you were born, you had not been named. So who or what is the better way to actually ask it was there? What animated that little body of yours? We know that there was a physical body and a mind, but that body was far smaller and looked very different to the body mind that you have today. And then let's say that in minute 6, the birth certificate was signed or they formally named you. And in my case, that's when they chose to call me Ryan. But if we were both just 3 or 4 minutes young, we had just been born, without yet being named, what was there? You had no conceptual understanding of language. You had not yet been given your name. So there's no way that you could have said that there was a me there. There was some sort of identity because it could not yet exist. There's just pure awareness, existence, experiencing life. Now let's say that in minute 6, you formally were given your name. From this point on, the idea of separation is born. And so you progress or move forward in life with a name, a family who teach you a certain language. You get given a belief system or some sort of spiritual or religious understanding, but this was given to you just like your name was given to you. And the more we go through lived experience in life, the more conditioning we acquire, the more we experience culture and society, the more this identity of being somebody solidifies, and you could say intensifies. This idea of being something separate then firms. And so we believe ourselves to be something separate from everyone and everything. But if we go back to those first 5 minutes, how could you have ever been separate? This has been told before in the analogy of a wave in the ocean. There are millions of waves in the ocean. But then there is the source or the vastness of the ocean itself. And when you were born, so the little small wave started to take shape. But through domestication, we start to believe ourselves as being a limited little wave, seeing millions of other waves in the ocean that look different to us, have different names, different belief systems, a different set of conditioning and programming, and a different human form. But every single wave in the ocean is the water. And this is the recognition which needs to take place. Because that means that every single human and animal on the planet is the very same essence as what you are. The same essence that has always been what you are. But once you were named and once you went through your lived journey, you started to gradually lose that understanding of your true nature. But it was never really lost. It's what you've always been. So in my case, this concept of Ryan and everything that makes up my Ryanness is just a belief. The ego is not an entity. The ego is just a belief in the mind of who we think ourselves to be. And if we really believe ourselves to be separate, then our actions, our words, and our choices in our lifetime come from this place of separation. If the wave truly believes that it's only a wave, then it fears the other waves. It wants to be better than the other waves. It wants to arrive at a better destination than all of the waves. But what the wave has not yet realized is the essence of what it is. And the essence of every single wave is the water. The essence of every single human being on this planet is the same. It is shared between all expressions of life. And when we begin to recognize this and truly understand it as our true nature, then our actions, our choices, start to come from a place of truth, love, and understanding. Know this in yourself. You could start right now by taking off gradually every single label you've acquired: a name, a middle name, a surname, a religion, a job title, a set of achievements and accomplishments. Those weren't always there. Whatever your job title is now, you can't say that you are that because it wasn't always what you were. And as you gradually make your way back through these complex layers of ego or identity, you will arrive at your name. But what is it that you are beyond your name, which is just a label? You are that which you have always been. You are life itself. It doesn't mean that things stop existing the way they are right now. Here I am talking to you, appearing as a male form, this body-mind. And if we look at me as the wave has merely remembered that it is the water. And now every action, every choice, every decision, every interaction I have can come from the place of this deeper recognition. Any human being's eyes that I look into, it is then my moral responsibility to honor the knowing that the essence of what that human being is the self-same essence as what I am. Now think of the impact this can have in society and everyday life. If you are no longer playing the role of a limited identity, a wave that wants to protect itself at all costs, but in fact, know that you are the very ocean itself, you can only but want to share yourself passionately, to offer love, kindness, compassion, and understanding to every single person, no matter what form their wave takes, no matter what circumstances their human body-mind is experiencing. You know that the essence of the other is the essence of what you are. Relationships are transformed. Everyday interactions in society are transformed. Families are transformed. Business on a global scale has the opportunity to be transformed. Because are we doing business believing we're a separate, limited ego identity? Then everything we do is an attempt to acquire and gain something to make us more than what we are right now. Or do we know the essence of what we are as the very same essence as everyone who occupies a particular office or business with us? Clients as well. And then can business be done from this place of truth and understanding? It requires courage to look for yourself. But that self has never left you. You simply forgot. I simply forgot. I'm no more perfect than you and no more special than you. That would make a certain wave more perfect or special than another wave. The water cannot be any more perfect than what it is. So are you willing to take up this challenge? Are you willing to go out into the world knowing the truth of what you are and then serving others and being a light in the world? This is on my heart every single day, multiple times a day, because it is a constant process of coming back to my true nature. The ego's programming and conditioning certainly does take over at times, but far less than what it ever did. And whatever circumstances you're going through right now, whatever challenges you're experiencing in your life, just know, my friend, my brother, or my sister out there, that you are loved. It's not even that you are loved. You are love. A wave does not need to be loved by another wave. A wave is unconditional love because it is the water. Be yourself and share yourself with the world from this place of knowing and understanding. Because I truly believe it is what is required to revolutionize the society we know. Look at the pain in the world. Think of politicians, leaders of countries, key stakeholders, who, if they just had the chance to recognize what they are, they would recognize that everyone is the same essence as what they are. It would be impossible to go to war because you would be going to war with yourself. It will be impossible to want power, control, or greed over others because they are expressions of yourself. Just like no two waves in the ocean look the same, but they are all the same water. This is the underlying unity in life. No two human beings look the same, but the essence of what they are is exactly the same. Whole, complete, eternal. Be that and have the courage to share yourself with everyone.